resting by your sides with your palms up or down. Or you can place a hand on the belly, on the chest. You can place one hand over the other on the chest, over the heart. And feel free to play with various options, just noticing what option works for you moment to moment in your space. So you can close the eyes or have them open or softly gazed. And as we start our practice, we're just going to begin with a body scan from the tips of the toes to the top of the head. So simply just noticing the sensations of the body as you scan your body, taking in the information, knowing that now and throughout practice, any sensation that you notice, any emotion that you might feel throughout the practice is perfectly fine, and perhaps inviting some space for whatever comes up throughout our movement practice. So as you scan from the toes to the calves to the quads, up through the belly, through the chest, noticing the shoulders, the hands, and the head, maybe rocking the head from side to side, just exploring gentle movement. And when you're ready, bringing your arms up and overhead on the inhale, finding length through the body, and beginning to link breath to movement. And on your exhale, hands can come by your sides. Inhaling the arms up and overhead if that feels comfortable, or taking any pose you need, or even remaining in stillness. And as you exhale, hands come by your sides. One more time, inhale, arms come up and overhead. Maybe imagining that there's a string gently pulling on the tips of your fingers and on the toes. So finding extension through the body. And then exhaling the hands by the side. Maybe allowing your mind to begin to focus on your practice, on your breathing, or anything that helps ground you. Inhaling through the chest into the stomach, allowing the belly to rise with each inhalation, and exhaling, releasing, and letting go. Just noticing your breath. And when you're ready, you can bring the soles of the feet together and the knees are out wide. You can always place blocks under the knees if you want to have some support. You can cactus the arms, and we're just going to find some movement in the hips. So bringing the right knee up to center, you can bring the arm with it on the exhale, and then inhaling, coming back down. Taking an inhale here, and then exhale, bringing the knee in. Maybe the elbow bends and comes in as well. And then back out, dropping the knee. The left knee remains open. And on your next exhale, one more time on this side, bringing the leg and maybe the arm in with it. And then back down to the floor. And then moving to the other side, and taking an inhale. And on the exhale, bringing the knee, left knee into center. Maybe the left arm comes in as well. And then back out, opening up. Inhaling here, exhaling, bringing everything to center. And then coming back out. One last time like that before we do it all together. And then coming back out. So now you can bring your knees in. Maybe the arms come in together with the knees. And of course, you can just stay in Supta Baddha Konasana, just with the soles of the feet together, if you prefer, and then coming back out. Exhaling, everything comes to center. And then inhaling, everything comes back out. One last time, coming in, and then exhaling everything out. And then you can bring the knees to the chest, grabbing onto the shins. You can roll your lower back on the mat. And then moving in the opposite direction. And when you're ready, you can roll on one side and coming into a seated posture. So from here, if you have a strap, you can grab it. If you have a towel, you can use that, or you can simply interlace the fingers if you don't have any props. So the interlaced fingers would mirror the strap. So if I'm going to interlace and come up like that, but if you have the strap and want to use it, so finding the strap and making it taut, and then inhaling, the arms come up, and without arching the spine, keeping the spine flat and extending long through the crown, can you bring your arms behind your head without arching the spine, finding a stretch in the shoulders, and then coming back down on the exhale. On the inhale, reaching up as far as you can. It doesn't have to be your furthest. Just noticing the stretch here. And then exhaling, coming back down. And one more time, reaching up. You can again do this with interlaced fingers. And then exhale, coming back down. And then taking your strap here, or interlacing your fingers if you don't have props, you're gonna bring, I'm gonna show you from the side, you're gonna bring the strap in your hands behind you, pulling tight. Again, finding elongation through the spine, and then just lifting the arms back. Finding a stretch through the back of the arms, through the triceps, and then coming back down on the exhale. One more time, reaching up. And then exhale, coming back down. And one last time, coming up, reaching up. And then exhale, coming back down. And then from here, we're gonna start with the right hand, and you can use a towel. If you can use your fingers and you don't need props, that's also an option. So the right thumb is gonna point down, the left thumb is gonna point up. You're gonna grab your strap and pull here, just finding a stretch through the arms, through the triceps. And then you can cat and cow to find some movement. And then when you're ready, releasing the strap, bringing the hands to your knees, and then switching sides. Now my left thumb is gonna come down, my right thumb is gonna come up, and then finding the stretch here. And then you can cat and cow, bringing the chin to the chest, rolling the shoulders, and then opening the chest, coming up, exhaling, crunching in, inhaling, opening up. One last time. And then releasing the strap and just coming back to stillness. So taking a moment here to settle in. You can windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And then when you pause on the right side, walking the hands over to the right, coming down on the forearms, just finding a stretch through the side body for a bit as we warm up. So can you inhale space into the side of the body, the left hip, maybe the left ribs. And exhale, releasing what is available to release and let go. And then walking back on your hands, coming to center, maybe windshield wipering one more time. This time the knees fall to the left. So my knees are kind of in like a V. And I'm gonna walk my hands to the left, coming down on the forearms if that's available. And if you want more, you can walk further over, but finding the stretch that serves your body where it is now. So breathing into the right side of the body and hip. Perhaps noticing the sensations of this side versus the other, knowing that our bodies are not created perfectly equal. Then coming back to your hands and walking back to center. So for our next pose, the soles of the feet can come together. You can place blocks under your knees for support and simply hinge forward if you have no props. If you want to use your props, you're gonna bring your strap around the low back and then loop it together. Wrapping it around the feet to a degree that feels comfortable so you can get a pull in the stretch. And again, you can do this without any props, but this is a nice variation. So the soles of the feet can come further away from the body or closer, depending on what your body needs. And then you can simply lean forward on your bolster, allowing the hips to open, breathing space into the inner thighs. Noticing your inhalations and exhalations. You can do this just leaning forward, bringing the body forward as you find the stretch. Without judgment of what your body looks like or how it might feel, can you simply use your breath to support you in your space? So simply inhaling into the parts of the body that might feel tight or where there's gripping, and then exhaling, allowing the body to release and let go. Just noticing what you notice. Maybe you back off the posture or go more deeply into the posture. Taking one more full inhale here, and one complete exhale, and slowly rolling up. If you have the strap, you can loosen it. Take it from around the feet. Maybe extending the legs long and shaking them out, or you can windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And then you can take the strap from underneath you, and then extending the legs long in front of you. You can simply come into a wide-legged forward fold with a bolster, just reaching long on the bolster. If you want to play with your props, one option for a more lateral bend is to place the strap around the foot and pull here with the right hand. You're looping it around the arm. It can reach up and over, letting the hand dangle. Or I can reach for the foot. Playing with your options, seeing what feels good in your body. Taking one more cycle of breath here. And then slowly coming up to center. If you're just resting forward, you can stay there. But for the other side, you can use the strap around the foot. I can lock it in my arm. I can reach up and over. Or simply grab the foot. Can you allow your breath to support you as you notice the sensations of the body? Simply just noticing what is available. And if your mind starts to wander with judgments, can you bring your awareness to your breath or something in the room that can ground you? Full inhales and full exhales. And then when you're ready, slowly coming back up. You can remove the strap, remove your props. You can shake out your legs in front of you. Rock them from side to side. If you need something in the low back, you can come into reverse tabletop. So planting the hands, coming up, and come back down. And then coming back to center, taking a moment here. We're going to grab a block coming on our back, and you can use books or anything that you can bring yourself up on. If you want to use your strap, but it's not necessary, you can place your strap around your legs and pull it tight so the thighs are zipped up. And then lifting the hips and placing the block underneath to support you. Allowing the body to settle firmly on the mat through the shoulders. The feet are planted. Just allowing the breath to take you to what your first edge is, if that feels right for you. So not trying to push or release too soon. Simply just noticing, where's their tightness? Where's their ease? Just breathing space into the body. Knowing that wherever you are, you have choices in your practice, in your life. And that you are worthy of healing no matter what your body looks like or can and can't do. So perhaps coming back to that as your mind starts to wander, or something else that allows you to ground. Taking inhales and exhales as you feel the lower back release. So as you inhale, what can you take in? Maybe exploring energetically what you can take into the body. And as you exhale, what can you release and let go? One more full inhale and one complete exhale. Slowly lifting the hips, just removing the block. Maybe taking the strap and setting it aside. and allowing the body to neutralize as you just lie flat on your back with your hands wherever you need them. And as you're ready, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. Maybe rolling on the side, on one side, or you can grab the shins and simply rock and come into seated. And you can use any props that you have as we open the hips in half pigeon. So the right foot can come forward as the left foot steps back, and then walking the right foot to the left and planting the knee on the ground, the right knee, and then the left leg comes long behind. So you can stay here on your prop or on the mat, finding a stretch through the right hip, the right glute. If you want to do a quad stretch, you can take your strap and then hook it on your foot. Come back and then just pull the knee in. So breathing in space to the crease of the hip, the glute. Just allowing the body to relax into the pose. And when you're ready, pushing yourself up with your hands and then slowly coming up to tabletop. You can reach the right leg back. You can find circles with the knees, the knee, just to bring blood flow back. And when you're ready, placing the right knee down, the right foot steps forward, walks to the right side of the mat, and then extending the right leg long behind you, finding half pigeon on the other side. So same option with your strap if you want also a stretch to the back leg. If you have a strap and you want to play with hooking it around the right foot and pulling, be mindful with your body. There's no right or wrong option. It's just whatever your body needs today. Taking full inhales, breathing space into the tension in the hips and the glute. And full exhales. Take one more full cycle of breath. And when you're ready, if you have your strap, just releasing it. And then placing your hands to the mat, you can come to all fours. And you can circle out the hip. You can reach the leg back and go back in. You can find cat and cow, movement of the spine. And when you're ready, coming to lie on your back. So if you have your strap, you can place the strap around your foot. If you don't, you can bend the knee and just pull the foot in. If you have a strap or a towel or anything you can wrap around the right foot, and you pull the right foot closer to the top of your head. Not that you're going to get there, but energetically. And find the stretch down the back of the right leg. Inhaling here and exhaling. Keeping the body firmly rooted in the mat. Can you open the foot to the right, so externally rotating the hip and then pulling on the strap to a degree that's comfortable. And again, you can use a towel or you can bend the knee and you can straighten to a degree that feels comfortable. A little easier with the strap. And then bringing the leg back to center, we're going to internally rotate the hip. So bringing the right foot across the body and just finding a stretch, probably down more of the back of the calf, maybe the right side of the leg. And inhaling back to center. We're going to switch legs, so switching feet. Extend the right leg long, bring the left leg up, pulling on the strap. Or whatever you have. You can use resistance bands, anything that gives you some leverage to pull the left foot up towards the crown of the head. Breathing through the space in the body, perhaps through the hamstring, back of the leg. And if you like, extending the left foot out, finding external rotation of the hip here. And then exhale, leg comes back to center. Now we're going to internally rotate the hip, bringing the leg to the right. So for me, this side is a lot tighter. That's a little more strain. So just noticing what you notice in your body. There's no judgment. Our bodies are not equal from left to right. Honoring what your body needs, even if that's taking a child's pose or coming to Shavasana early. And then back to center, releasing the foot, and then grabbing. If it feels comfortable, you can either just come with the soles of the feet together, or you can grab the outside of the feet in Happy Baby. Some people like to extend one leg and then the other. So just noticing what your body needs. And when you're ready, bringing the legs together. Maybe the soles of the feet now come together as the knees come out wide. You can always use blocks underneath to support the knees. Taking a cycle of breath here. And when you're ready, extending the legs long. Of course, you can always keep the knees bent and the feet on the mat. That feels more comfortable or more safe. And you can place your hands on your body or by your sides. Perhaps closing your eyes or allowing them to softly gaze. Allowing the body to rest and the mind to rest. Allowing your breath to take you into relaxation
maybe having a moment of intentional gratitude for your body, what it was able to do and move, how it was able to release, cultivating a sense of gratitude for your body. Allowing the breath to settle in your final resting pose. And that pose might be something totally different than Shavasana. So exploring what you need. You can stay here as long as you like, but when you're ready for gentle movement, maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes, rocking the head from side to side, maybe bringing one knee at a time to the chest. You can circle the knees, or you can simply stay still, the knees pulled into the chest. And however you want to come to a seated
Posture on your own time, whenever you're ready, perhaps leaving the eyes softly gazed or closed. Hands can come to heart center, chin can slightly bow. And I leave you with the possibility of a mantra that you can use if it serves you or set aside if it doesn't. I am not my body. I am not my mind. I am a conscious observer of my body and mind through something greater. I am not my body. I am not my mind. I am a conscious observer of the body and mind through something greater. On the inhale, bringing the hands to your third eye chakra, bowing in reverence to the sacred practice. With deep gratitude, the light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this class. I will see you soon. Bye.